Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today I pulled out one of the 3 molds that Molds and Shape sent me. Isn't this a cutie? He is going to be so adorable. It obviously didn't come with a black outlining. I've already prepped that, so I didn't have to do that in a fast forward. All I did was take a Sharpie marker, a nice wide one, and I went along the, I call it engraved line because it was engraved in their original, but it's going to be like, you know, set back in your mold. So I wanted him outlined like that so I didn't have to do it after the fact. So that's what I did there. All I'm gonna do, I wanted his beard to be glitter. So I chose the glitter I wanted to use, which is my unicorn taffy. This is the newest mix that you all wanted. And then I picked chrome powders to match it, and they happen to have these. I didn't want to do it Christmassy yet. It's just August. I mean, I will probably definitely do this Christmassy, but gnomes are not always Christmassy. So since the other 2 molds they sent me were Christmassy, I'm not going to do this one that way yet, but I will do that in the future because I think this is going to be so cute. So I'm just trying to decide how I want to get these colors on. This is from the chrome powder set. There's 10 colors in here, and this one is the pink, the fuchsia, or wait, what does that say? No, purple, sorry, and blue. Pink, purple, and blue, which is exactly the same colors that I mixed in this glitter. So I'm just going to paint on, and I pre-did the black on purpose, so when I do brush it on, it's not going to go on those lines, and then you'd have to clean the lines really carefully, so definitely do it in the right order. So I'm thinking I wanted his nose pink for sure, and then just use some cotton swabs or something to clean up the mess. But I don't think we'll be able to see the glitter through the chrome powders. I'm not quite sure. Even if you do, it's going to be barely. But these chrome powders, they typically are like a intense chameleon powder when they're not showing through. But I don't know. I think what we're going to find out today if we could see the glitter, because we're pouring the glitter on the entire mold. You can't just pour it in here. So I think I'm just going to do the nose pink, and everything else I'll clean all that up after the fact. Let me grab my switching sponge to get this powder out, and I'll just clean everything up after the fact, like his beard and everything. So I think I was thinking about doing all 3 colors in the hat. Maybe I still will. So let's do purple gloves. Look at that deep color. Isn't that gorgeous? These chrome powders are so beautiful. I'm just wondering, I think maybe the lighter colors we'll see. Maybe through that pink we'll see the glitter, but I don't think we're going to see it through these deeper, darker colors. And this is like going to be a super easy project, yet very effective. And everybody loves gnomes. I'm pretty sure everybody, well, I can't say everybody, but most people like gnomes. So if you sell at like sales and whatever, I bet these would go because they are very popular little things. And I'm going to have a lot of cleanup to do, and I'm definitely going to clean it because I don't want to see all that in my finished product. And then here's the blue, as I'm dripping it everywhere. I do keep my bottles upside down, which doesn't help when you open the caps, but I like to be able to see the colors and just kind of stare at them, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. So I do pay the price when I open the bottles, and there's some powder everywhere. So it's okay that you're getting the color onto the black, but if you got the color onto the line and then you wanted to paint your black, not gonna be so good for you. How do I wanna do the hat? I think maybe I will just do all 3 colors just randomly and then blend them. You know what I mean? Well, you can't really blend them. It is what it is. It is whatever touches your silicone first is really what you're going to see. Maybe I don't want those squiggly lines as I'm making more squiggly lines. Maybe I'll soften that line. Just like that. And give him like a polka dotted hat. I don't know. have no idea how this is gonna look, but we're gonna find out. I think it'll be cute either way because, you know, it's gonna have all three colors in the beard to go with it. So all I'll have to clean up is like around the rim, which the rim is gonna end up being the glitter, unless you like UV resin a little tiny portion of that. You can probably do another color, but I didn't want to go through all that. I thought the glitter would be cute anyway to envelop him. And then once I get this in, oops, see, too much there. I will probably brush the whole thing. Let's get some pink in here. I don't know. I don't usually like combine colors like this, so I guess I could just brush it over everything else because you're not going to see it. Whatever touches your silicone first is all that you will see in that spot. So you can't blend colors on silicone, unfortunately. So if you're new, I used to think you could do that too until I realized right away that doesn't work because the silicone is sticky and whatever it's grabbing onto is what you have. So there you have it. There is the hat, the nose, the face, or the mittens. Oops, that's not the right one. And the feet. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all cleaned up. And this is going to take me a little while. I'm just going to use like cotton swabs and some alcohol to do that. Let me grab some. But first, try to dump some of that out of there, which does end up making more of a mess. But in the end, it's going to be floating in your resin anyway. So I'm just going to take these, wipe it all up. You'll have to go over it to soak up those little puddles and get it all clean before I pour.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage. Colors are loud like they're breaking the cage. Sparkles explode in a radiant haze. Crafting a masterpiece that's gonna amaze. Glitz and glitter lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky. Dipped in gold with a stroke of flair. Diamonds shine in the midnight air. Glue and gems, they're my magic spell. Turning the ordinary into something to tell. Glitz and gold with a stroke of flair.
I have 12 ounces mixed up. I honestly don't even know how much I need. I could be short, I could be way over. So let's look at it this way. If I'm short, I'll have to make more, and we have no extras today. If I'm way over, then we have lots of extras today, and this video will get longer. So at this point, the video is going to be really super short because there's not a whole lot to do to this when it's done. I'm going to dump in a ton of my unicorn taffy. And I am going to add glue, even though it's a thin mold. It's like, I don't know, 1/4 inch deep maybe. I didn't measure it. Thick enough for a nice wall plaque, but not too thin either. This will still sink, and then you're going to have that layer of resin on the back. So that's why I'm going to use glue. And then I'm going to split it into 3, so my vacuum chamber will be successful for me this time, and get all those bubbles out. So I usually check my stick with the glitter and see what it's looking like, and that's pretty thick with glitter. I think that's good. So being that I have 12 ounces of glue, I'm going to use 12 drops or 12 ounces of resin. I'm going to use 12 ounces or 12 drops of glue. Oh my gosh, it must be too early today or too late. I don't know which it is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're gonna get this nice and thick before we like separate it. So I have 2 other cups here, but I might need more because you don't want too much in your cup or it's not gonna allow the bubbles to come out in the vacuum chamber. You've got to allow in the vacuum chamber while you're watching, you have to allow it to come up by itself without interrupting it and go back down. So if it comes up too high and you release the pressure, those bubbles didn't go anywhere. You have to do it again and again and again, over and over until it comes up and goes back down all by itself. Otherwise, you're just stopping it from releasing the bubbles. So that's the problem when you have glue and glitter. You can't allow it to get all those bubbles out. So I'm just going to keep it really shallow in there. This is a big cup that I'm mixing in, but I also have a lot of resin in here. So I might need to add a couple more cups just to make sure I can get, if you don't get all the bubbles out with glitter and glue, you're going to see all those micro bubbles in it and it's going to look cloudy and you're going to think it's the glue, but it's really not the glue. It's actually the micro bubbles because you cannot see the glue. I'm just going to do one more. You can't see the glue in a cured piece. I've used glue too much to know that. So it's definitely the micro bubbles that you're not getting out. So let's try that. If I have to stop the vacuum chamber and start it back up and split it, it's worth the while so you don't mess up your piece. Just get another cup, waste another cup instead of 12 ounces of resin and messing up a piece. So let's go see how it does.
Diamonds shine in the midnight air. Glue and gems, they're my magic spell.
It did really good for me, so I didn't have to like let the pressure release or anything. I think I'm going to spritz it. I hope I don't mess this up. I'm worried about all these 90-degree angles. I've heard you can spritz them, but I don't remember trying it. So I'm going to pour the edges first and maybe go around with the dotting tool, but it's got glue in there, so I don't know if a dotting tool is going to help me or not. We're going to find out on demold, that's for sure. Get all of it out. Get this one out. I'm going to use the big cup last so I can see how much I actually used. I could have way over mixed, but this is a pretty large mold, so I'm sure y'all are not going to be complaining if there's extras. Generally, I don't think I've ever gotten a complaint for extras. I'm just going to go all the way around this edge. If there's a bubble, hopefully it's getting dislodged. Like I said, I've got the glue in there. Not sure. But we're going to believe that we did something. Alright, let's scrape these cups out and fill it up. What can I make with unicorn taffy is the question, if I have extra. So far, so good. I was thinking 10 to myself before I mixed it, but then I was like, I don't know, I better just do an extra 2, and I don't think I should have done the extra 2. I'm almost to the top. So yeah, there's that. I'm to the top. And I have plenty of extras. Let me see if I can read my cup here. 1, Let me scrape my... Oh wow, I have 4. I have 4. 4 ounces. Oh goodness. What can I make with 4 ounces? So, it took 8 ounces. I mean, good for you guys. Not so great for me. Which I'm glad it took 8. I'm gonna write that on the mold when I'm done. I wish Molds and Shapes could do what everybody else, well not everybody else, I know Let's Resin does it, and Resin Molds Express gives you the amount of ounces. So Molds and Shapes, if you're listening, is there any way for you guys to imprint on your molds how much resin it takes? That would be amazing. Let me go find a mold, I guess. I pulled out this new butterfly mold, so this one should be pretty. No, you know what? This one's not a shiny, we're gonna try it. This says 2.5 on here. I don't know, I might have to spray it with clear sealer. I thought it was like a semi-shiny mold. You really want a shiny mold when you're using glitter. Otherwise, it's going to not look pretty. I can't remember, I only poured this one time. I'm going to... It's a pretty cool butterfly though. It's like 3-dimensional and you don't need a stand for it. It just stands up all by itself. Let's just hope it's shiny enough to let this resin look really pretty. Alright. Last time I didn't dome it, but I really think you should dome this one. And then I pulled out these little pumpkins I just got in Happy Mail. These little guys. So I don't know if I could fill 1 or 2 or none. I don't know. We'll see what's left. Well, I'm sure at least 1. But I want to get this one filled completely up because it did shrink a lot. But I just used my grinder tool. Whoop, there it goes. That's full. And I ground it down so it wasn't too hard to fix if you end up getting that tool. I love that thing. I did not think I was going to use it very often, and I use it all the time. It's amazing. Okay, let me move that out of the way. So, do we want a couple little ones or one big one? I don't know. Let's try the 2 littles. I don't know what these hold. I don't even know what's in here. I don't know if I'll even get the 2. Is that thing gonna fall over? Oh, yeah, it was going to fall over. Oh, I'm only gonna get the 1. Wow. So we're going to have a unicorn taffy pumpkin. That should be really cute. Now you don't have to do a lot of things to glitter after you demold it, because the glitter is going to speak for itself. Alright, that's it. I will probably put the scrapings into my little tiny butterflies. And those little tiny little flowers, let me grab some. These little flowers are really cute for extras. And then these butterflies. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because it's not going to be fun to watch dripping drips into little molds. Okay, these 2 will go away until next time, and see you on demold. Watch out. Let's see whose comment is the comment of the day.
In our studio where colors blend, Michelle's creations have no end. From coaster.
Before we unmold, it's Happy Mail time. So we have several boxes here, and the first one is handmade gifts from Lola. She says she made a little something to say thank you for the laughter, joy, inspiration, and love you show us every day. I dabble in several mediums of crafts as a distraction from my hectic nursing job, and I give at least 75% away just because it makes me happy. And you too make me happy, Lola. So Lola sent us a couple things, which I have not even unwrapped yet. So it looks like she does other things than resin too. So we have a little Grinch nutcracker that she made. Look at that. We'll put that on the Christmas tree this year. I always get a Christmas ornament every single year. Oh, look, and it goes up and down too. Oh, that's funny. How cute. Thank you, Lola, for thinking of us. We have been adding Christmas stuff every year from viewers, and you are added this year. Then she sent a D and an M, and she customized them for me and Dawn. Let me grab the M. Hang on a minute. Look at these. She blinged them out in perfect colors. Dawn's is red, white, and blue. Mine are multicolor. And look at this. Michelle and Dawn. Glitz and glitter. Check that out. Isn't that so cute? And now I got to make room by my computer for some more goodies. Thank you so much, Lola. That is so sweet of you to think of us and sit there and put all those rhinestones on for us. Those are so adorable. We have something from, who's this from? Carmen. Let us know how this pen works. Thank you for all the inspiration. God bless you and Don, from Carmen. I already can tell you how this pen works. This is one of my absolute favorite pens in the whole world when it comes to silver. That's why it was on my wish list. These things are like liquid silver. They are gorgeous, and I highly recommend everybody get one. I will link it below. Make sure you get one of these if you like silver chrome pens. This will be your favorite one. I think they make a gold too, but I use silver all the time. So thank you, Carmen. Thank you so much for that pen. And then I got another one. Pretty sure this is from my wish list too, but it is an anonymous gift. They did not put their name on the tag. So whoever you are, thank you so much. They are more chameleon powders, and these came in this kind of a package. So these are in little bags. Oh, look at that little tiny spoon and a little tiny brush. So we got blue, purple, red, green, green and red, green, gold, and blue. So like I said the other day, I love getting chameleon colors all over the place so I can continue testing them out. I think by now though, I think people are getting them from the same place and just packaging them differently, because I haven't come across one that I don't have a duplicate of, but I'm always checking because I love chameleon powders. So thank you so much to whoever you are that bought that for me. I do appreciate it, and I will probably be gluing a little piece onto here so I don't forget what colors they are. Let me move that out of the way, and then I have one more box, and this is a challenge. And this is from Sandy. Boy, did she give us a challenge. So she wants us to think outside the mold. So she included these two pieces in the box that she wants us to not use a mold for. And she gave us some wood pieces, wood slices, which it's a good thing that we have woodworking material, which Dawn does. So she wants us to do something with these that doesn't require a mold, which I'm sure we can come up with something. And then she sent a bunch of other things in here. Oh, she sent a wooden ring. I didn't fully read. Maybe there is a reason for that. She sent some bags for the little things that I send out. Thank you so much. Oh, these are long ones for like bookmarks and things would be pretty in there. And one large one. I will use these for sure. I'm just going to make a pile here and then put you on pause. Then she sent, I don't know if this came off the log or not, or if it was a separate piece to do something with. She sent all these eyes. Look at all these eyes. All different sizes, all different shapes, and they have a front piece and a back piece. I've never used an eye like this before, so I'm gonna have to look up and see how we do that. But look at all these, all different kinds of them, like all different kinds. Oh, these have eyelashes on them. Look at those. How funny is that? How do you use these though? I'm sure somebody out there knows. You would have to have a hole to put that through. Look at the eyelash. Isn't that funny? And then obviously these go in the behind the piece to hold it on, I'm guessing. I don't know how do you incorporate that into resin. So if you can help me out, that would be amazing. She sent bags and bags and bags of them. Here's some more bags, all different colors. So you must have used eyes for a lot of things. Here's some like green ones, or maybe drill a hole and glue it in. Some pieces that I could do, I'm not sure. She also sent me some more of the pink bags, and she sent me some light kits. So I'm thinking she wants us to incorporate it in the challenge. So you guys, I've got lots of challenges out there for me and Dawn. Problem is finding the time to do them between all the other companies that send me molds that I do need to do for them. So please be patient with us. Thank you so much for sending these to us. We do love working with wood. Getting to it is part of the problem. So we haven't forgotten all of you. We have all of the challenges on a certain tray that we're waiting for. So every time we do get a chance to do a challenge, then we go to that tray and we pick one out. So they will be picked eventually. Just give us some time to do it and we will get to it. So thank you guys ever so much for thinking of us. And we always love going, well, Don loves going to the mailbox to see what's going on that day. he just opens them and leaves them behind and says, hey, you got some mail. I'm like, oh, thank you. So let's get to unmolding. We've got these two little flowers that I love, and I added this one. I didn't do anything to, but when I put it in, there was some clear. I put 1 drop of purple alcohol ink just to take up some of that clear space, so that's why those look like that. And then I have 2 things of butterflies with that glitter in it, and these look so pretty with the glitter because these are shiny molds and they make that glitter pop. So these are cute. I'm just going to empty them all into here, and it's almost time to package up some more because my little cup is almost full. And then we got this one, and then what I do is I take tape because I was squeegeeing it in here because I didn't want to be messing around with 2 drips in each one, especially with glue in it. It's too hard. So I just poured a little bit of resin on top of the mold, and then I took my little squeegee tool and I squished it into here and wiped the best that I could. And then after that, before I do it the next time, I'll just take a piece of tape here, whatever you got sitting around, and I just take all that extra resin and glitter off, so that way when I'm squeegeeing the next time, it's not going over a bumpy surface. I will be able to get it nice and level when I squeegee it. And I was just using this thing. I have these linked below. So I just took it and squished it in here, got as much off as I can without taking it out of the mold itself. So now you have a nice new mold ready for tomorrow, or whenever the next one will be that I'm using these. So I'm just gonna quickly get these while I'm doing it. And I made a few turtles today because I did have a few little drips left, and no more of these molds, which I think that many is enough in one day because I will fill that little cup way too fast. So we have 4 little tiny turtles, cutie patooties. All 4 of them are good. They all have their arms and their legs. So I will put a flat bag bail on those. Let me just clean this while I'm doing that. And then we will do the pumpkin and the butterfly. That way all these molds are ready to go for the next time. This one I spilled out, so it's always easier to clean that before you pull it out. Otherwise, you might be fighting with it. I don't know how easy these are to come out, but we're gonna find out. Oh, this is super easy. Not too bad at all. I don't even need any alcohol in this little thing. Let's hope it's nice and shiny. Oh, and look, it still kind of fell. Even with the glue in there, maybe because I was scraping. That's probably why I was scraping the sides of my cup to get it in there. And all the scrapings on the edge didn't have as much glue, I'm guessing. I don't know. But regardless, it's a nice shiny mold. and I will be using that in the very near future for fall. Let's get this one out and hope it's just as shiny. This is that 3-dimensional butterfly from Into Resin. Oh, it is nice and shiny, and we got a little bit of clear there. So I don't think I put enough glitter in, and I could have put more in and I didn't do it, but it's okay because it's gonna sit like that and you can barely see that. Maybe I'll put a couple stones down there so you can't tell that it's clear right there, but otherwise it's nice and shiny. I'm gonna grind that surface down on the little grinder as well as that. Really simple and fast. All right, are you ready for the main event? Let's see how this little booger came out. Hopefully good. And I don't know that there's anything I can do to this. Oh, I did stain the mold, darn it. The reds always stain the mold, and the black all came off except that little tiny spot, which I will clean. Look at that. Isn't he cute? And you can see the glitter behind. Not too bad. Now the chrome didn't come out as best as I wanted it, especially the pink one. But I do like the glitter around the edge. The black looks perfect. So maybe next time if I do it with glitter, I would use intense mica powders instead of the chrome. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not as like chromey as I wanted it to be, but it's still kind of cute. I don't think there's anything to embellish on something like this at all. I mean, I wish the chrome powders was a little bit more vibrant than it is. But I like the beard. Maybe I should paint his little nose or something so it's not like that color. I don't know. Give me a couple minutes. Let me think about it. I'm going to get some stones on this, maybe paint the top of this. I'm going to grind down the bottoms, and let me see what I come up with.
Michelle in her workshop, glitter and glue. A pink, purple, blue, making art shine new. She got that magic touch, yes she do. Rhinestone cowgirl, shining bright. Every single stone filled with light. Resin pour so smooth like a dream. Stone she picks just right, a perfect team. Some folks paint on canvas, some folks sing a song. Michelle, she glues her colors where they belong. Rhinestone cowgirl, shining bright. Every single stone filled with light. Resin pours so smooth like a dream. Stone she picks just right, a perfect team.
I certainly didn't plan on doing all that today when I woke up. I was hoping my plan worked, but I wasn't happy with it. So here's the little flatback bales on the turtles as normal, same as always. Took my paint pen of the new set and I just went on down the lines of the pumpkin to kind of distract from that clear and put the little stem on there. Here's the butterfly. So I went with pink because I wanted to go down here to cover up that clear, so you really can't tell that it is unless you're staring at it. So I just put some pink rhinestones down the body and down the wings, so that's done. I grinded down everything on the backs of all these. Super easy and fast, quick. This one didn't need any grinding. This one was perfectly poured, but I think it's better than it was. What do you think? I mean, you got sparkle there, you got sparkle here, but they're different sparkles. So as I'm putting them on, I'm like, oh my gosh, what happens if I run out and I'm like, have this much left? You know, I think I was like, if I have to wipe all these off, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so upset. But thank God I had extra, and I still have more of those colors. So I just put pink over the pink, blue over the blue, and then the 3 colors over the, well, 4 colors. I used clear, AB stones, purple, pink, and blue. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna have enough stones, so I just added those AB stones in that I used on the nose right here. So that's it now. So that's my little buddy. If you guys can remind me, I want to do this mold for each season. So this would be our summer gnome. So we need to do a fall gnome next, and then a winter gnome, and a Christmas gnome, and a New Year's gnome, and you know, every season. So please remind me when the seasons change, because I'm going to forget. And I really, really, really like this mold. So use that discount code if you want to grab this one from them. I didn't even know they had it. Or just check out their whole website. Their molds are amazing, fantastic quality. I wish my molds were as good quality as theirs. Theirs are perfection. But yeah, I do love it. Thank you, Molds and Shapes, if you're watching. I love the 3 molds. Can't wait to do the others. Tomorrow it will be the giveaway day. We're going to give away the Into Resin mold, so make sure you come back and enter that giveaway. It's really simple, just a click of a button. You can even get bonus entries if you do specific things. And we're going to do the last mold that I got from Into Resin tomorrow. So make sure you come back tomorrow. I will be here at 6. If you're late, that's fine. I'll still be here. All right, guys, stick around for the pictures. I will see you then. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story.